Morning, everybody. I wasn't paying attention to the time. I was watching charts. I did not pay attention to the time. I didn't realize it was after 9:45. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the retest of the prior day high in YM right now as a potential long. It's kind of what I'm focused on. Now, let's see here. Yeah, I'm looking at this YM right here as a potential long off the prior day high. It's crossover retest. Good morning, everybody. Come on. Come on. Close. We need you to close. Close. Don't take off. Don't take off. Come on. Don't take off yet. Put that on there. I want it to run away without me. There it goes. All right. I'm in. I'm in. Come on. Go. Run. There you go. That's a good way to start off with a quick $400. Just like that. Kabam. Just like that. Just like that. Quick $400. Recognize where the Sharks are playing the game. That was it. The crossover retest prior day high. Man, they were freaking. They ran it below. See this candle right here? They ran it below it and then back out the other side. That is a huge sign. That is a huge sign that it's going to be gone. They ran it through the bottom of this candle and then whoop, right back through the other side. Bam, $400. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Bam, 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 $400. Wow, Orville. I think that beats my record. When I was I didn't have a daily goal, but when I started the YouTube channel, I tell this story all the time. But I mean, I just did the 1 minute gold line rotations in the ES just to kind of keep me steady and whatnot. And I had 30 some days in a row that I did not lose money. Isn't that a nice start there, Stephen? Yeah. Shaping. Man, and let me tell you something. They gave us an extra donut right here when they went through the bottom of that candle and then reversed that whole candle. Oh, my God. I had two. Should say it right here. See right here, 2. That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about this Trade Saber thing is I don't have to be moving around my freaking order manually. The one bad thing is I got to do some adjustments in there because I've had it skip my entry too. By the time it throws the order out there, I've had trades just go right on through me. That was a nice start right there. Holy shit. Right out of the gate. Bing, bing. Right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. We might be able to look at something similar in the RTY, which I'll drag that down if it sets up, but it's the RTY's got a setup similar to this one right here. Potential. It's got to pull back now. I love those. Why I missed starting the video on time was I was actually paying attention to this inside candle where they went through the top, and I was looking for it to break back down. Because see this, let's go over here to the YM. So see this inside candle we had right, God dang it. See this inside candle we had right here on the potential short. When we went through the top there, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, we're going to slam that back down right down into here. And it just didn't. And I was like mesmerized. And all of a sudden I realized, oh, wait a second. I got to start the video. I got to start the live. I was so focused on this YM saying to myself, there's going to be a trade somewhere around this prior day high. I just want to make sure I'm in it. Woo-wee. Man, that was good. That was a beautiful trade. That was a beautiful trade. Beautiful, beautiful trade. I mean, and that's it. Bing, bing. You could be done. You could be done for the day. I mean, that's $400. And by the way, this exact trade right here, this exact trade, this exact line, this exact everything, I've hit that. I've hit this exact trade this week, I believe, in gold, RTY, and now the YM. This exact trade on this exact line. I've hit it like 3 times this week. That exact trade. The crossover through the daily high to prior day high, pullback, boom, gone. We might be able to get a setup in gold on that pattern here in a little bit also. I just noticed that. We might be able to get the same setup in gold. On that exact same line. A little bit more history to it because it's been breached and tested already. I mean, that trade right there worked at 6:07 in the morning for gold, back to the daily high. Back to the daily high, that exact trade at 6:07 this morning. I'm up over $7,000 liquid now again. So I've run my $2,000. I think it was 2,300. Oh, it's up here. 23.15 on October 20th. So what's today? October 29th. So my $2,300 on October 20th is up over, just eclipsed 7,000. $7,014. $7,014. Oh shit. Hold on here. Hold on. We got news in 1 minute. Damn it. We got, let me pull this RTY down here. If we don't get any stupidness in the news. This is the setup I was talking about, potential crossover. We have nice night, and I mean, we even get a Donchian out of it, but we broke this pivot, this down pivot. Rotation back on top of the overnight open might be a setup for a long here in the RTY. Just got to get this through this, just see what the reaction is at 10 o'clock with the news. I don't really expect much, but we could even get our test down in here. The prior day close. I prefer these two to be together because I don't know which one they're gonna bounce off of. I have a tendency to get nervous thinking that they're really trying to run it to the lowest one. Because if you'll notice, watch this for example. Watch. Bing, this became resistance here and here, this prior day close. But when we crossed back over it, we never tested the top of it. So my inclination is this is where they want to go, not here. So that they can, there we go. All right, so they've tested the top of this. So let's just see if they give us a setup. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Yeah, they might be giving us a setup. Shit. Yeah, they might be giving us a setup. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I got to pay attention. All right, hold on here. Hold on here. Wow, we're back up over the overnight open, no less. Okay. God, only 30 seconds into this candle? Shit. Damn it. I don't like that. Yeah, we already busted the top. Damn it. It's got me nervous. Give me an inside candle. Give me an inside candle. Give me an inside candle, something I can trade off of. These candles are way too out of control here. Give me an inside candle right here. Stop. Now stop. Just stop. Just stop. I want you to stop. Just stay right there. Shit. Stop. If this candle stays right here, I'm going to try a long out the top of it. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This candle's more manageable. This one right here. What the hell's going on here? Huh. It looks like they want to go along, but they just can't get the energy. There we go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on, RTY. Let's go. I'm going to manage the bottom of this candle right here, I guess. Making a guess right now because we're not removing. All right, we're starting to move now. Come on, move. You should have moved faster. I'm going to put my stop at even. And I got knocked out. All right. I didn't like the reaction. Well, shit, it's probably still going to work. There's a lot of noise going on right here. Got the red line, the gold line, and both moving averages. I mean, and both static lines. Jesus. Morning, George. Yeah, it's also testing the prior day high there, Jim. Looks like a short's setting up. Definitely looks like a short setting up in gold. Definitely looks like a short is setting up in gold. This is still in play right here. If you're following the back of the candles. All right, right here, we've tested the prior day high in gold, and we've had a nice run from here to the red line. Remember, gold starts earlier, so its red line is more available early. Now, I personally would like it to do exactly what it just did. I want it to go up. What I want it to do is go up, create space, and then come and sit on top of the prior day high so we can get along. That's what I would prefer. That's exactly what I would prefer. See, what's over here on this YM thing, or what is this called? RTY thing. When I don't get the reaction I'm looking for, I grab that stop and get myself into a position of calling it a day early. Just certain trades should react a lot more aggressively than others. This rotation should have gone. I mean, there should have been big green candles right here at this time of morning. Oh, shit, man. At the same freaking time. Hold on here. Let me look at this. We got the ES. The ES is setting up for a prior day high. See, we came from the current high right down to that prior day high right there. There's definitely a long setting up here. And this could have been what the RTY was waiting for because this thing was running down to here the whole time this was trying to go long. All right, it's cleared out the red line too. We're still north here of the prior day high. We're still north of this pivot. This pivot right here. I'd like to protect the pivots to the upside if we can. I'd like to protect the pivots to the upside if we can. Damn it. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing a long now. I'm not doing a long now. Not doing a long here now. That was a nice setup too. That was a beautiful setup from here to here. That's a beautiful setup. Just, fuck. And I don't want to take this back into here. Does everybody see that? I don't want to take this red line back into here into the bottom of the prior day high. I don't want to do that. Okay, let me see what I got going on here. Did you cross over? Oh, you dog. Did you cross over while I was talking? Damn it. Come on back down here. Come down here. Come down here. It didn't pierce here. Come on, come down here. Gold. Do a little more, be a little bit more deliberate here. Look at that. Look at that ES. Woo-wee. See, now the ES is stuck. You had this big blow up, and then it runs right into the bottom of the prior day high. So it's stuck. I didn't want to be in the middle of that stuck. I'd rather just wait for something else to set up. Like possibly this long in gold here off the prior day high. Yeah, I see that, Jim. I wish it had given me more space to my left before it came back myself. I mean, there's not much of a gap there. Shit. Look at that RTY. Well, screw the pooch on that. Screw the pooch on that gold. That's why you wait instead of just jumping in. Holy cow. And see, so let's go back over here to what I was talking about. So even though you have this huge boomerang down, when price hit that bottom of that prior day high, that's there. I mean, that's the shit you would have got caught in. I mean, you can't put yourself. That goes back to order of operations that I talk about. Which lines are more powerful than other lines? Right here, you just had proof. The static lines are more powerful than the red lines. Even though the pattern was freaking gorgeous, that static line right there is a brick wall to that red line. That keeps you out of the bad trades. Well, I mean, it keeps you out of what I would deem as potential bad trade. It turned out to be a bad trade. Everybody has to keep texting me this morning. All right. Let me see what's going on here. All right. Sorry. Yeah, the thing about the RTY, Dominic, is it's, in the grand scheme of traders that go from area to area, it still hasn't failed. The RTY still hasn't failed because those static lines are still holding. As a matter of fact, you got let's get gold out of the way since it screwed the pooch there. You got a W pattern, bing, 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 higher pivot, rotation. I mean, it's just he was doing it at such a volatile moment. I wasn't going to hold it through all that. But I mean, the pattern still held, and it's going to go up through the high now. But I mean, I don't have a spot for me to get back in. But it did a W pattern. Bing down, created this pivot, rotated up, created a high, and then smooth pull back down, and then bing, bing. So the leg should go back up to here. It's struggling to do it. Probably because this damn ES is, once again, is in a quagmire. Probably because the ES is in a freaking quagmire. Yeah, and I don't trust that. I don't trust that red line, Thomas. And as you can see, the reaction on that GC at that prior day high, I don't trust that red line to force it up. Will it do it? Maybe, but I don't trust it. I'm hoping. Currently, looking at GC, I'm hoping that it crosses back over again the prior day high. Let me just. Here's what I'm hoping for with gold, so everybody knows that watches gold. I'm hoping we cross back over the prior day high, break this pivot, rotate, and actually do sit on that high. That'll be gold, no pun intended, for a long. Right now, we're stuck in the middle of the prior day high and the red line, and we just saw what happened to the ES when that happened. It did not bode well for the longs. It did not bode well for the longs. All right, let me. Jesus, I don't even know where my NQ chart is. Oh, it's way down here. Okay, Jesus, like I'm too many charts moving around right now. Yeah. Yep. The ES prior day high really held. It's pushing that stuff down. Oh man. Come on. Wow, I got a whole 14 likes. A whole 14. That's exciting. Come on. Well, as of right now, I'm still excited that I did a live today because I'm up $350, but 15 now. Probably 16 now, Stuart. I wasn't expecting much today. Kind of looks like, thanks. That's a good one. I wasn't expecting much today, seeing as how it's FOMC day, but I was looking at the charts this morning. And I said, well, the shit's kind of moving. So why don't I just log in and see if we could find something? And I mean, right out of the gate, man, ping. Right out of the gate, ping, YM decided to give us a quick $400, just like that. I mean, right out of the gate. Really thought the RTY was going to follow suit, and it just, the problem when this was going on, this rotation, I was looking over at the ES, and that ES was just plowing down, straight down, and it had nothing to catch it. So I'm not surprised that this got hung up, because as you can see, it's even the ES doing that has dragged the YM slowly down, even though the YM was through its current day high and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm not in any gold shorts. I can tell you that right now. I seriously think we're going to go back over this prior day high. We're going to break that pivot to the left at 37.10, and we're going to rotate and sit on top of that prior day high, and we're going to be gone. Orville, that's amazing, buddy. I'm so impressed with you. I really am. I mean, 38 days of meeting your goal, and let me emphasize something for everybody watching this live stream. When he says 38 days of meeting his goal, I believe, is $300. But he's not hitting $300 and calling it a day. He's having days where he's making lots of money. Orville, do you even remember your biggest day of those 38 days, P&L wise? Not for you to be exact, but general idea you might know. I know my biggest day in the last like 3 weeks or so was, I think it was $2,400. That's one account. I'm only trading one account. I think it was $2,400. It was my largest day. 4,300. Yeah, that's a lot of $300 days. 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 Holy cow. That's like 34 $300 days. Wait, what is it? Am I right? It's 10. It's like 13 of them. That's like 13 of them. That's like half a month. Come on, gold. YM may be setting up for that same scenario I just talked about with gold. So we might be able to find something in the YM. We broke this pivot right here to the left that drove it down. When we rolled up, see how we broke it? I'd like it to come sit on top of this, which would also be putting it on top of that 1 minute gold line, and then see if we can take a long. I don't want it to just run away already. Don't do that. Don't run away on us. Come back. Give us all a chance to get in. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of sideways action Grand Slam here soon. Seeing as how the guys that are destroying our currency are going to be, telling their fairy tales at 2 o'clock. Perfect, Orville, and that's what you should do, because I mean, let's just put nuts to bolts. I mean, when you start, say, trading the way I am, live and all that stuff. I mean, I know Jim I think Jim, you have one account that you copy trade on. Is that right? I just don't have the nerve for that right now to copy trade. Or anything like that. I own a copy trader and all that stuff, but I don't have the nerve to do that. Plus, especially while I'm sitting here live streaming too, because that adds another dynamic to me while I'm talking to you guys. I'm trying to figure out, and I've had trade copier mishaps sometimes where I got stranded orders. I just don't want to make a mistake. That's exactly what I'm saying, Trader Joe. Barcode action. Barcode action. Yeah. Okay, good job, Jim. I got you. Yeah. I didn't, Jim, I'm never going to tell you what to do. Never going to tell you what to do. But I thought to myself, if there was one thing I should tell Jim, it's like, just F the copy trading, just change the quantity of your contracts. Why would you put that stress on you that there's something going on behind the scenes? That's good. Oh yeah, rhythmic owes me money, Rick. I can tell you that right now. Rhythmic owes me money in the grand scheme of things. Come on, YM, do what we want. We'll do what we want you to do. YM is the only one potentially giving me something to trade right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's just less on your mind if you're trading just that one account. Oh yeah, ice cold trader. I'm have you? How many times have I stood on my soapbox? How many times have I stood on my soapbox in videos leading up to me doing these live streams? Guys, you need to be looking at gold. 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 Jim took it so much to heart that's all he's looking at anymore is gold. And he used to just trade the NQ. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind some NQ setups once in a while. Like, for example, right here we had a little long because we broke the pivot to the left, pulled back to the, pulled back and then rolled up. I mean, there's still patterns in the NQ I like, but gold just creates some really nice profitable swings right now. YM, did you really have to do that to me? God dang it. That's what I didn't want it to do. I didn't want it to pull back to the gold line and roll up. I really wanted it to come here. Yeah, the NQ is tough, Thomas. It is. It's tough. I mean, scares the shit out of me. How many times have you heard me say that? The NQ scares the shit out of me. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can lose money in gold fast too, but you lose money in all these instruments, but why are you doing this to me? I really wanted you to roll down, YM. Oh, I felt like I was going to sneeze. Probably a very smart decision, Thomas. Probably a very smart decision. I know people that trade the NQ. Now, I'm going to tell you a story here. I know people that trade the NQ and continue to trade the NQ, even though for years trading the NQ, they have not been profitable for years. But they continue to trade it. And I swear to God, I think it's because of the rush it gives you when the trades do work. Because otherwise, why would you do it? Why would you sit there and continue to let them steal your freaking money? Okay, YM's doing that's what I'd hope for. We double topped, rolled over. See that I thought they wanted to come test this top. So this little break here didn't work. So let's see if we can get an inside candle here. Come on. Yeah, now the MNQ is a different, because I mean I can manage MNQs. I just the whole NQ thing is just woo. No, I'm not talking about you, George, but you just outed yourself. I don't want to name names. I don't want to name names because I'm not here to embarrass people. And because listen, I do enough stupid shit myself. So I don't want to name names. But I know people that are just pig-headed about trading the NQ and it just doesn't make them money. They don't make money doing it. I've had people in the past laugh at me because I trade oil. I'm like, well, that's I don't know why you're laughing at me. It makes me money. I don't know why you're laughing at me. It makes me money. Now, I don't trade oil now because the exact same movements, the exact same rotations, the exact same everything happens in gold, and I can make bigger money with those trades. And if you don't think gold and oil have anything to do with each other, go look at the 9 o'clock candle. in gold. Just go look at the 9 o'clock candle in gold. Because when oil opens, gold has a reaction. I mean, it's just they're related in a roundabout way. Probably currency manipulation adjustment that happens when oil opens. I don't know. But every time oil opens, gold reacts. Gold reacts. I feel gold reacts, without a doubt, gold reacts more when oil opens than when the equity markets open. I am looking at this YM long. It does not look like it's going to happen for me. No. Does not look like it's going to happen for me. Does not look like it's going to happen for me. And gold is just stuck between the red line and the prior day high. I mean, they are just ping, 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 back and forth. Shoot, man. Are you gonna rotate? Are you gonna rotate, YM? Are you gonna rotate? Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't like it. Oh shit, I'm in. It doesn't matter, I'm in. Shit. I was gonna cancel the trade. I'm in. Well, I'm in. I'm in. All right, let's go. Come on. Man, I even got a bad fill. Come on, YM. I'm not going to let the bottom of this candle, once it closes, go down. Yep, I'm out. Yeah, I lost money. Absolutely, Orville. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. What you just put on. Let me go up here for those of you that don't know what he's saying. Oil opens at 9, Rick. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Orville says not going up in size because when I do that, I blow up accounts. I've been doing this 7 years and I'm finally profitable. Lesson, don't get greedy. The only way I upsize is by copy trading. Okay. You have to know the personality of what you are trading. Absolutely. I say that over and over again. You got to know the personality of the instrument you're trading. And also know your own emotions. And yeah, and that's important too, because your own emotions is what is going to tell you, can you even handle, like, for example, because of my emotional, you guys have seen it, how emotional I get at times when I'm in a trade. That's another reason why I can't trade. I just can't trade the NQ. I mean, I'm just too, so I need to gravitate towards something that's not going to freaking scare the bejeebas out of me in the process of making profit. Well, damn. Come on, guys. All I'm doing now is giving back my money. I'm at 265 right now. 265. Was I possibly talking about you earlier, Wayne? To answer that question is no, I wasn't. You were not who I was talking about. You were not who I was talking about. Oh man. All right, I'm taking this short in the RTY. Either give it all back or make some money. Let's go. Either give it all back or make some money. I'm going to give it all back, apparently. Oh my God. Yep, I did. That was stupid. I'm still up $100. What the hell happened there? So we had a crossover retest. I took the short and it just blew right up on me. Well, that was ugly. Once you bank enough, put 5K in Ninja. Drop the props. No rules. That's exactly what I did, Jim. That's exactly what I did. I put $5,000 in Ninja and dropped the props. No rules. It is liberating. It is liberating. Ain't no doubt about that, Jim. Well, that's why, Orville, that's why, hell, I took as long as I did to go back to trading live money. I took a long time to do that. Part of it was I felt the crutch of, leaning on prop firms and not feeling that I had to take. I really, let's be honest. I didn't have to take responsibility for myself. I didn't have to take responsibility for myself with prop firms. Because, if I blew up an account, I lost $30, whatever, you know what I mean? But so I wasn't sweating over anything. But at the same time, it made me do stupid shit when it came to some trading decisions, and it just started creating bad habits. So 7 years, Orville, you dicked around with this shit, losing money, and the last couple months you're up over $60,000. It gave it up, Mike, but it didn't come from I guess you could kind of look at it because it came from a fresh pivot high. Yeah, that is true, Orville. That is true, Orville. That is true. That is true. You're 100% correct. How everybody feels in their prop firm accounts is different. I felt myself over time losing respect for the account. Really, and it just wasn't doing me any good. That's exactly it, Stephen. I'm much me personally. I'm much more emotionally involved in what's going on here when I'm not trading proper money. Much more emotionally involved. See, right now, what's happening with the RTY is we're hanging out at the overnight open. Stuff like, and again, it's Thomas, stuff like in a specific day, you can't make more than 30% of your payout. So if you got yourself into a good gold trade on a rotation from here to here, for example, or a good NQ trade on a rotation from here to here, you had to cut your trade short. You couldn't let the trade work its way out because now you're breaking rules. You made too much money in one day. All the prop firms have started doing that stuff where you can't make, over 30%. So if you have a $50,000 account and your payouts at 53,000, if you made $1,000 in a day, you broke the rules. If you made $1,000 in a day, you broke the rules. I have one of those also, Thomas, sitting aside. I haven't ventured that yet. I have a small Roth IRA that's all by itself. Good job. That's right, Orville. You're too young. Too young for leaps. Shoot. Looks to me like we're having an FOMC day. Apparently the government does too, Jim. Stay. Oh, you dog. Oh, you dog. I knew it was going to run up. I knew that was going to run up. God dang it. Fuck. I knew that was going to run up. I knew it. See how they reached down here and did this right here? See that on the RTY? I knew when they reached through here and did that, they were going long here. God dang it. Fuck. Excuse me. Damn it. I knew that. I knew it. They gave you, that's the sign. They gave you the sign.
Ryan Anderson.
Sorry about that. My phone ringing. Wow. Yeah, I walked away from my freaking desk there, Jim. That was beautiful. Holy shit. That short in gold was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, I was pissed off I missed this long in the RTY. That was I sat there and watched it. And I watched him run that finger down there, and then I watched him run right out the other side. God dang it. Again, as I say to people, it's better. How do I say this calmly? I'd rather recognize the trade I missed than to not know how to recognize the trades, something along those lines. God dang it. Because they do it, because the patterns are the same over and over and over again. You just got to recognize the patterns. This one right here frustrated me. I knew they wanted to reach here. They crossed over. I knew they wanted to reach the prior day close. So, and they literally did it and then ran right out the other side. This is going to go through the highs. And I freaking missed it. Yes, that's exactly what you need to do, Noah. Exactly what you need to do. See you later, Orville. God dang it. Look at that RTY. Fuck. Jesus, man. I'm so frustrated. I mean, I knew exactly what they did, and I just didn't push the freaking button. Oh, man. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Just beautiful setup. Just beautiful setup. Deliberate. I'm going to sit here and keep bitching. Broke this pivot, deliberately ran up, deliberately ran down, tested the bottom line to the tick, boom, bam, gone. Fuck. Oh my God. So frustrating. This gold should keep rolling down. Jim's probably in it for trying to get 10 points. I mean, this gold should continue rolling down. You know, that's a good question, Thomas. It's actually $500, which makes literally no sense to me. I mean, it literally makes no sense to me. Yeah, exactly, Jim. At least to the pivot, but it should roll down to it. Hopefully, it rolls down to this pivot here, the one at the bottom. Hopefully, it rolls down to this one here, which would be basically a $10 rotation. Yeah, I don't know why. It's, to be honest with you, Thomas, I don't know. Let me confirm that again. Let me just put an order on my chart here, and I'll tell you. Yeah, $500. $500 makes no sense to me. I have to check it because it doesn't make sense to me that it's $500. I mean, why it's not 1,000, I don't know, but it's 500. And look at that RTY. Look at that thing. It's going to go all the way up to the high. That was my $400 trade right there. I would have front run it because I would have been in right there and front run the high for $400. Fuck. Come on, gold. Go down. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that RTY. Look at that. I was sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for it to do this setup, and it did it. There it is. Bye-bye, RTY. There's my $400 I let piss away. Come on, gold. That's what I'm saying, Ivan. It's $500. I had to fake an entry to find out because I mean I know that I don't ever push the margin level. I don't ever push the margin level, so I ran the number and it's $500. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Man, RTY, you broke my heart today. I mean, well, you didn't break my heart. You did exactly what I thought you were going to do. I broke my own heart. I broke my own heart. God dang it. God dang it. I love when the sharks show they're in the tank. I love when the sharks show that they entered the tank. And this is a perfect example of it right there. They showed they entered the tank. And when they enter the tank, got to figure out what they're doing and then go with them. Enter the tank. All right, the sharks may be entering the tank here in the YM because we broke through this pivot here. We crossed over, created space, broke this pivot right here to the left. So if we can get a consolidation candle here and go long, we should be able to get to this pivot before we get our heads punched in. Look at that RTY. God dang it. Freaking A. Beautiful trade. By the way, it's going to go from point to point. Piece of crap. Piece of crap, man. Frustrating. Gold still has to clear out this. Gold still has to clear out the 40. The gold still has to clear out this 40-17 area before anything that direction. Oh, shit, YM. I did call the RTY and I missed it. I didn't push the freaking button. I missed the trade. So freaking pissed off at myself right now. I'm so pissed off at myself right now. And I love the RTY. I tell everybody about it. I talk about the RTY. And I freaking saw the trade and I didn't take it. There it goes. Yeah, Jim. There it goes. It's going down to that rotation. Sure is. Come on, gold. Keep cleaning out. Keep going down. You got a few more ticks to go. Got a few more ticks to go, gold. Keep on rotating down here. Keep rotating down. Keep rotating down. Come on. I'm still looking at my YM here. Jesus, gold. These moves, these rotations are getting violent over here. All right. Now I really could use a YM trade long right now. Right now. Come on. There we go. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Let's go. The sharks are in the tank. Come on. Let's go. Go. Come on. Go. Don't you like when you know the sharks are in the tank? I mean, it's just, you just recognize where the sharks are and the game gets easy. Now, I don't like that it ran too fast. So let me get out. Don't you like when the sharks are in the tank? I didn't like that it ran in a straight line. Wouldn't you like when the sharks are in the tank? God dang it. Just, you got to recognize when the sharks are in the tank. Now that one blew up a little too much for me. I wanted it to kind of go up and walk its way. I don't want it to run there. If it runs there, then it has to come back and breathe. See, now it's coming back to breathe. $7 points. Good job, Jim. Oh, you're asking me? Oh, for the RTY, yeah, it's going to the PriorDay Open. It's got nowhere else to go. I'm so frustrated I missed this fucking trade. Because this rotation here, how this thing worked, is how I wanted this one to work. But instead, this one just blew straight up. See how this one rotated and then did it. That's what I wanted this one to do. But this one has to come back and breathe. It went too far too fast. When it goes too far too fast, it's got to come back. Anyways, it's just rinse, wash, repeat, man. So you crossed over the PriorDay high. You broke this pivot to your left that was pushing price down. You had a sequence of candles consolidating on top. Boom, boom. There's your money. There's your money. There's your money. That's your freaking money. Nobody said this stuff had to be hard. Jim's not the smartest person, and I certainly am not. And look at that. See this candle right here? That's when you start recognizing things. That's what I talk about. When you get into a trade and price immediately puts you in profit, then you know you're in the trade with the sharks. Look at this trade right here in the RTY. Why was I so pissed? Because they came down and touched, and when they blew out this other side, I mean, look at the size of that candle. I knew this candle was going to happen. I freaking missed it. So I didn't miss this big candle. You just got to recognize what game is being played and what the rotation's going to be. And the ticks are it. Look at, so I know I get excited and talk, but look at this. Here was the sign here. They ran this down and brought it through by one freaking tick. Brought it through the PriorDay close by one freaking tick and rotated it back through the other side. What did they do over here? They broke this pivot right here and then brought it back to this PriorDay high with a gap. Built up energy by pushing down, never giving up the PriorDay high. And then as soon as they broke the top, boom's gone. It's like having a soda in your hand, shaking it up, and then pulling the top. You just know what's going to happen. Yeah, I do, Joe. I do. I have, like, for YM and RTY, I trade two contracts. I'm going to say these out loud fast. and then I'm going to put a caveat on it. YM and RTY, I trade 2 contracts with a 40 tick target and a 20 tick stop to get me on the chart. Okay. Soon as I get in, just like this here, soon as I got in this trade, I'm always trade from the bottom up. So I grabbed my stop and stuck it behind this candle so that I'm not risking 40 down here or 20 down here. I'm more like risking like maybe 8 or 10, because I knew this, if this candle doesn't hold, then the trade I'm entering is not valid anymore. Okay. So this candle right here had to hold. This candle right here had to hold. Okay. So I put my stop below that candle. And then up we went. Now, what I do after I get my stop in I start with the stop. Once I get a stop in the right spot, I then I go with my target and look for what my target should be. The problem with this trade, as you can see from what's going on to my right, is it went too far too fast. Too far too fast. So that's why I grabbed my target and actually moved it up instead of leaving it out in limbo. With the NQ, my target is 100 ticks, 25 tick stop, with the same philosophy once I'm in. ES is actually gold, and the ES, I do the same thing. I've got 10 tick stop, 40 tick target. And what I tend to do, and I probably need to change gold back to 40, and these are all with one contract, by the way. NQ one contract, ES one contract, GC one contract. What I probably need to do, because gold has gotten so ridiculous, is I probably need to move my stop to 20 ticks out of the gate, because I find so often I'm having to grab it and actually move it back to protect the candle, to my left, because the rotations are just so big. But the real objective in gold is not to hit 40 ticks at all. It is to do like what Jim did when he hit, let's see here. Jim just hit 70, and that was on a pullback because he was trying to hit 100. He was trying to hit 100 because the rotations in gold right now are that big, where you can get 100 ticks, specifically off like the red line, off the prior day high, prior day, the static lines. You should be able to get 100 on the gold line. That's different. The gold line, you're really looking more back to the pivot high or the pivot that brought you there if there's enough space, but you should be looking at like 40, 50 on the 1 minute gold line. But the bigger lines, like the 5 minute red line and the static lines, you can be looking for up to 100 ticks, which sounds insane in gold. I mean, it for old time gold traders, I mean, that's insane. Look at the RTY. You dirty dog. You dirty. See, what I like, it took its time to go there. That's what I liked about this one better than this one. It took its time. That was such a beautiful trade. So it went from point to point. And the trade back should be the possible rotation back. No, I don't. So Tony asks, YM is near all-time high. Does that come into your thinking, or is the setup no matter what? I really play the setup as a setup. I don't look at, I allow myself to see what's happening today, and with my static lines to see what happened yesterday. But if yesterday was the all-time high and the line is the prior day high above me, I'm not even aware of that. Don't even care. I do not give a rat's ass if we're at the all-time high or not. And look at that. Look at that, RTY. You are going to be a bitch to me, aren't you? You're probably going to rotate all the way back down. Shit. Anyways, see how the YM has just conked out? It just went too far, too fast. Yeah, no problem, Trader Joe. I mean, listen, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just do what fits my comfort in my trading style. I because my trading style is looking with all my trades except the red line, I'm looking for a reaction immediately, either in my favor. So because of that, that's why I start with my stop and I put it in position, hopefully closer than where I originally got in the trade. And then I manage, the other side, which is the profit side of the trade. But so even when I say, Trader Joe, so even when I say, for example, that I'm, 2-to-1, because I like gold is, not gold, say YM is 40 ticks and stop is 20. The intent is never for the stop to be 20. I just have to get the line on the chart. And like I did right here, that put my line down here. Well, I immediately grabbed it and moved it underneath my candle that I was defending. That's a good one. You're right, Noah. Probably not. Are you a short trader, Noah? Because I'm a long trader. I struggle trading shorts. And I've met traders that they can't trade. They just cannot trade long. They can only trade short. I'm one of those ones that I struggle trading short, but I sure can trade long. But it's funny is if you flip the charts over, it's the same patterns. No matter if they're going long or they're going short, just the patterns it's in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I will take both. I prefer not to. I just prefer not to take shorts. It's like they always seem to be. I don't know. I'm struggle to see the pattern. Doesn't mean I don't take them. I just prefer to take longs. All right, Harold. Yeah. Yes. Some traders, man, they just love trading shorts. They have this, and I'm not saying they're wrong, so don't take this the wrong way, but they have this philosophy that shorts go to profit faster than longs. And I kind of get that because, people start jumping out. But if you take the patterns I'm talking about, for example, you'll recognize that my longs go to profit just as fast, if not faster, than my shorts because I'm picking the proper points to get in that trade. Find a red candle as big as this green one that I entered right here and took all that money. See what I'm saying? So I see the longs being just as profitable, just as fast. If you're in those trades where the market is meandering long, that's probably true. Just like gold yesterday, when we were shutting down yesterday, I was telling all you guys, gold is just walking its way to the upper part because there's no more pressure for it to go down. And that's what it did for like an hour. It just kept walking long, just kept walking long. Where was that? Where was that? Where was that? Where was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. So it was right here. So yesterday in gold, for example, we got like 9:45, then we got in here and we just started walking long. And it just walked long the whole freaking morning. And I said, I'm not looking for anything until, if you guys may remember this, I said, I'm not looking for anything until we get a rotation from here to here. And then I'm looking for the long. And boom, there it is. There's your, and there it was. Now, I didn't take that trade because I was no longer watching. But because we're just meandering along the gold line, I had no interest. I need bigger rotations. I need bigger purpose. So sometimes when you get into a situation where, gold was down so much yesterday that the shorts no longer controlled it, but the longs weren't convicted, we just kind of slowly meandered our way up without any rotations. The sharks were not in the tank. The sharks didn't care. The sharks got in the tank. If you look back at what I'm talking about, if I can find it again, I think it was right over here somewhere. Yeah, the sharks got in the tank right here. Look at, Bob, how do you know the sharks are in the tank? See, we go from here, 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 here. See the size of these candles? All of a sudden, instead of this BS, the sharks entered the tank. They're looking for a point. They're cleaning out the longs, the stops on the longs, and they're looking for a point to rotate it. That was the red line. There you go. And that was like $600, $700, that trade. But you had to have the sharks enter the tank. They had to kind of create frenzy. That's what my strategy depends on, is that frenzy created from anxiety of what's going on. Now, what we might get over here, the RTY, being the lady that she is today, she might cross over and retest the top of the prior day high. Or is that the prior day open? No, that's the prior day open. And set us up for a long here. But I want it to, with conviction, go from some high back onto the top here, and then boom. Gold is still melting its way down, Jim. Still melting its way down. It's just taking its sweet ass time. Come on, RTY. Come on, RTY. Come on, put some effort into this. Put some effort into this. Straight back down. Come on. I want you to take that to here, and then boom, we're gone. Okay? I never should have missed the RTY trade, the exact same setup as this one. Never should have missed that. Absolute stupidity on my part right there. God dang it. That was terrible. Oh, man, are we going? What are we doing now? Oh, we're running to the high. Jesus. Without ever testing the top of the open. Interesting. I'll be right back. Hold on. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Shoot. All right, sorry. A lender texting me. Jim, those pesky lenders. Pesky lenders texting me. RTY may be doing what we were talking about. RTY may be doing what we were talking about. I don't want it. I don't want it to get stuck on this gold line. I don't want it to get stuck on the 9 EMA. I want it to come through here to here. Because this is not a setup for the 1 minute gold line. Come on. I need you to come back here. Oh, gold finally broke that pivot low. Jesus. Finally. Holy cow. So here's your red line right here. And I was talking about how they're going to go down through this low. Well, man, this was the trip, but they did it finally. Finally. Jesus. Just an ugly battle. But see that crossover, see the market's down, sloping down red line, crossover, retest, boom, bam, down to your rotation. That's over 10 points. It's over $1,000 a contract. Come on, RTY. Come on, RTY. Let's go. Pick up some speed, man. This is getting painful. Shoo. Come on. You can do this. Come on, you can do. There you go. Come on. A little bit more effort in this would be nice. We were being pretty freaking lackadaisical, if you ask me. Come on, actually pierce. Don't leave any doubt. Oh, man, it touched it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, Jim. I just was telling everybody in the group that. just took a freaking brutal trip to get there. Took a brutal trip to get there. All right, come on, RTY. I really need you to go down. I want you to confirm. I was just telling everybody in here I'm getting texted by a freaking lender. Damn lenders. Oh man, don't even start with me about realtors. Don't even start to me about realtors. I had a factory that I buy my houses from send me a referral of a realtor who wants me to help build a house for their customer, and that was a week ago. I don't call realtors. I don't build houses with realtors involved. Absolutely not. I do not need somebody standing there with their hand out wondering when they're going to get paid all day and pretending that they're helping. I don't need that. I don't need you to pretend you're helping me, because you're not. Come on, you didn't pierce. I didn't take this trade because I'm not getting pierced. Yeah, you know, I've told every mortgage person that I've ever trained in how to be in the mortgage business, I've told them all the same thing. When a realtor calls you, every conversation will be exactly the same. This is how it'll be. Is there anything that you need to get this deal closed? Is there anything that's holding you up? And that'll be like how the conversation will go, you know, and if they know you long enough, it'll be some, you know, house family, that kind of BS. I said, but the reality of it is the whole conversation is them pretending that they care about the transaction, so that they can, when the reality of it is the whole thing gets summed up at the end when they say, oh, by the way, when are we going to close? Because all they care about is when they're getting paid. Every conversation has all that bullshit to get to what they really want to know. When are they getting paid? They don't care about their clients. They don't care about the lender. They don't care about nobody. All right, now I'm going to take a long if it sets up. Day one. $30 days. 30 days is not bad. 30 days is not bad. Every transaction I have, which I've got like 6 right now sitting at banks, they all take 30 days. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Or why did your client, you're sitting there, the package is being drawn and they're doing a verbal and the client changed jobs between the last pay stub and closing. Yeah, I got to pull a rabbit out of my hat. Yeah, absolutely. Why did your client change jobs? Come on. Come on, RTY. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, so I'm going to move my stop, then I'm going to start. It's 11:30. Oh, man. Not liking this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, RTY. Come on. Come on. All right. You go up, I'm going to tap you right here. Come on. Go up. Come on. Come on. Go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's run to the top. Make me some money. Make me some money. Oh, you come on, 9. I need that 9 to hold. Come on, 9. I'm going to get knocked out. Yep, I'm out. I still think that RTY is going to work. I just don't want to give it room. I don't want to give it room. I'm fine with my $360. I'm at 6,999. No, wait, 6,997. That's pretty good for my 2,315 on October 20th. That's actually, what the hell? How many trading days is that? It was 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 trading days. Somebody figure that out. 2, 3, 1, 5, 6, 9, 9, 7. How many trading days did I say? 8? Yeah, 8. 8 divided by. So $600 a day. I still think this is going long. Matter of fact, it might be doing a little W pattern right here. See that? See how we came from there to there, up and then down, and then boom, long again. Yep, there it goes. So this should rotate back through here and then up to here. NQ sitting on the prior day high. Wow. What's going on, RTY? What's going on, RTY? Why aren't you going anywhere? You should be going long. You should be going long. I still think it's going to go long. I mean, if you follow the back of these candles, your stop would be at this one right here now. Come on, rotate up. Come on. Anyways, I think I think I'm going to call it a day because I got a lot of stuff to do today. I got to fix some stuff for some customers and whatnot. I have 2 appointments tomorrow outside of the office. I got to go visit 2 different pieces of property. I do intend to do a live stream in the morning. I just might have to cut it a little short, maybe 11:15 or something, because I got to get out of here and I got to go walk 2 different pieces of property that I'm getting ready to build some houses on. So I will live stream tomorrow most likely, but it's not going to be this long. All right. Everybody have a good day. Man, we had some good setups today. We had some good setups, some good trades today. I'm excited. Some reactions that we're looking for. Good green candles. Nice big green candles like this one right here. We had a couple of those pop their heads today. Everybody have a good day. And, someday we can all be hopefully Jim Racine. Everybody have a good day. Bye.